The Delta Downs Quarter Horse Racing Report. Sponsored by Tate Farms, Delta Equine Center, the Louisiana Quarter Horse Breeders Association, Jumonville Farms, and Robichaux Ranch Incorporated.
We hit the line together.
And hello again, everyone. I'm Greg Thompson of StallionEsearch.com. Welcome to episode 10 of the Delta Report. On this episode, we're going to look back at last weekend's stakes action, the Grade 2 Firecracker Futurity, as well as the $138,000 Firecracker Derby, as well as to go forward and look at this upcoming week's stakes action of the Louisiana Showcase Night. 8 total stake races slated for Saturday, highlighted by the restricted Grade 1 Lee Berwick Memorial Futurity. So without further ado, let's get right into the recap section of this Delta Report and look at the Grade 2 Firecracker Futurity.
The Delta Report Stakes Recap.
And they're off in the Firecracker Futurity. Shuffle back at the start was Cold Fired, coming away fast. Right in the middle is Cosmo Traffic going to the lead. On the inside, it's Kissing in the Wind. He's a dashing by on the far outside. Quick Carter is gaining. It's Quick Carter on the far outside. Late run by Cosmo Traffic. He's a dashing by, and he's a dashing by right to the line with Cosmo Traffic. That was too tight to call in the Firecracker Futurity.
Jockey Tammy Purcell comes back to win another stakes event at Delta Downs this meet. This time it's the Grade 2 Firecracker Futurity aboard Heath Taylor train He's a Dashin' By for owner Narcisco Flores at odds of 16 to 1. Narcisco Flores bred this son of Tempting Dash in the state of Texas. And you can read more about the Grade 2 Firecracker Futurity in the racing section of StallionEsearch.com. Okay, don't go away. We've still got a lot of Delta Report to go. We'll be right back after these words from Jumonville Farms in Ventress, Louisiana. Introducing the stallion roster of Jumonville Farms. Just Louisiana Blue, the top producing son of Mr. Jess Perry, whose offspring have earned over $9 million from only 9 crops to race. Including the Grade 1 winning Louisiana Senator, who retired with just short of $500,000 earned on the track. On the Wings of Glory, a full brother to feature Mr. Jess, whose first runners are 3-year-olds for 2013. Sizzling Cartel, the winner of the Grade 2 Firecracker Futurity and the earner of over $233,000 in his racing career. Jumonville Farms, a tradition of equine excellence. We're back and continuing in the recap section here, looking at the $138,000 Firecracker Derby.
And they're off in the Firecracker Derby. A little bobble at the start for Separatist first down, but that one came away with the lead. On the outside, Daytona B is racing in second. To the inside, the Eagle Express trying to make up ground here. Then it's RMR Baby Doll, and back from there, BB's First Flame and JP in hot pursuit. But it's Separatist first down, drawing clear, and Separatist first down wins the Firecracker Derby.
Separatist first down does not disappoint as he turns around after being the fastest qualifier to win going away in this $138,000 event. Earlier in the meet, he was the victor in the Old South Derby, and this time he does it with jockey George Linares aboard for trainer Isidro Flores, who owns a horse in partnership with Oscar Ramirez. He was bred in the state of Texas by Narcisco Flores. And you can read more about the Firecracker Derby by logging on to the racing section of StallionEsearch.com. Okay, don't go away. We'll be right back after these words from the Louisiana Quarter Horse Breeders Association. The LQHBA sale this year is August 8th and 9th, with record prices falling in last year's sale and the growth of the Louisiana Quarter Horse racing market being unparalleled in the industry. What you find at the LQHBA sale each year is real value in racing prospects, like Old Time Preacher Man, purchased for $20,000 and now making over $500,000 in his career. Open Mia Krona, purchased for only $22,000. Philip Streakin brought only $19,000 at sale. And the real bargain purchases of FJ&R Bread and Butter for $8,500 and making $347,000. And the Harris Futurity winner of this year, Gonna Run Miss, purchased for only $1,500. These sale graduates are proof positive that Louisiana Breds run for more money. Okay, we're in the preview section here. Let's look at the top contenders going forth in restricted Grade 1 Lee Berwick Memorial Futurity. We look at some of the top standouts going forth in the Lee Berwick Memorial Futurity, which kicks off the video rewind section. And we looked at the fastest qualifier going into the finals, I Am Intriguing, who ran the largest effort thus far in the $7,200 LQHBA yearling sales purchases short career. And then there's the second fastest qualifier, Louisiana Bluebell, who darted away from the field under jockey Eddie Martinez in the center of the racecourse at Delta in its trial effort. She has drawn the 10-hole in the outside on the finals. Outside of the top two qualifiers, the field also contains Embrujo Star, the Trey Ellis trainee who won the restricted Grade 2 Lassie last time out, as well as the poignantly named runner Game, who showed a lot of heart 2 starts ago to hold off the closing opposition to win the restricted Grade 2 Laddie Futurity. Okay, let's look at all these stakes winners and familiar names in the quarter horse racing ranks here in Louisiana in the $100,000 Louisiana Classic Stakes. The $100,000 event is essentially a rematch of foes who met last time out in the Grade 3 Val's Fortune Stakes on June 7th. The top 3 finishers, MCM Dashmaster, Dashing Gauge, T-Boy P. Also in the Grade 3 Val's Fortune field was Fast Talkin' Henry, Political Option, Blue Louisiana Hoya, and Big Timer. All 7 of these runners make up the field of 10 going forth in this 400-yard stakes event for accredited Louisiana breds. That moves the attention over to the Delta Downs Derby, a $217,000 affair that's full of former Futurity winners, including the 2013 Mardi Gras Futurity winner, Sandra Sue Blue. Last year's 2013 LQHBA $1 million Breeders' Futurity winner, Old Time Preacher Man. The 2013 Laddie Futurity winner, Brady's March Madness. And this year's restricted Grade 3 Vinton Stakes winning Scooter Prize take on the fastest qualifier, Alazoom, seen here putting in a huge effort to top the list of qualifiers going into the Delta Downs Derby this Saturday. The short sprinters are going at it in the 250-yard Flying Breed Stakes. Let's look at some of the top contenders. There is no real standout in this field for the 250-yard sprint, so the morning line favorites role falls to Just Good Lookin', seen here winning his Derby trial race on June 20th. He gets away from the gates really well, and so does the 8-1 shot He's a Fast Rogue, seen here winning the Mardi Gras Derby earlier this year. Worlds on High draws the rail here in the Live Oak Stakes. He's trying to make it a perfect 2-for-2 this 2014 quarter horse racing meet here at Delta. Let's take a look at him as well as some of the top opposition here in the 870-yard event. The Live Oak Stakes is another example of a rematch on this championship level night at Delta Downs on Saturday, as Worlds on High, seen here in the 870-yard Virgil Bond Stakes, with his newly turned arch rival Downtown Forest on the outside, battle it out to the wire in this $30,000 event. In the Live Oak, Worlds on High will draw the rail while Downtown Forest draws right next to him in the 2-hole. Okay, it's time to look at some of the top contenders in the Flashy Hemp Stakes this Saturday here at Delta Downs. The big standout in this field is Bipty Dash, seen here 2 starts back, finishing a hard-charging second in the Delta 550 Stakes. She leads the contenders in this $60,000 event. And you can read all about this huge stakes race lineup at Delta this Saturday in the racing preview section of StallionEsearch.com. The Louisiana Starter Stakes and the Louisiana Juvenile Stakes rounds out the field for the 8 total stake races to be ran Saturday at Delta Downs. And as mentioned, StallionEsearch.com will be there to bring all the action here to you on the Delta Report this coming weekend. So let's pause for just a moment and hear from one of our sponsors. Introducing the Stallion roster for Tate Farms in Ville Platte, Louisiana. The brilliantly bred Sir Runaway Dash. The standout sire Fighter on Fire. The jaw-dropping bloodline of Mighty Corona. The son of Corona Cartel, Too Tough to Catch. 2-time graded stakes winner Struttin' to Beduino. And a new sire for 2014, Zoomin' for Bucks. Tate Farms offers year-round mare care and other services. Trust your quarter horse breeding investments to Tate Farms.
The Delta Report Stallion Spotlight.
This week's Stallion Spotlight goes to the hot Texas sire, Tempting Dash, the son of First Down Dash, out of a Chicks Beduino mare named Attempting Chick. He earns this spotlight due to the win in the Grade 2 Firecracker Futurity by his son, He's a Dashin' By, this past weekend. Tempting Dash was an outstanding 2-year-old runner, being a 2-time Grade 1 winner with career earnings of over $673,000, and in that year, he earned the AQHA Champion 2-year-old colt title. As a young sire thus far, he already has 3 black-type graded stakes winners and offspring who have earned over $1.3 million from only 2 crops to raise. You can check out his Member Stallion page by logging on to stallionesearch.com. That's all the time we have for this week's episode of the Delta Report. We'll be back next week, of course, to bring you all the stakes action from this weekend at Delta Downs, the 8 total stake races from the Louisiana Showcase Night. If you can't be at the racetrack this weekend, go to aqha.com/racing and watch all the Q Racing videos from all the partnering racetracks from across the country. I'm Greg Thompson at stallionesearch.com. I'll either see you this weekend at Delta Downs or I'll see you back next week here on the Delta Report.